Yeah, no, I mean it's life in the ACC. You know, you play really well at home and with great energy and great connection. And as a coach, sometimes you think, okay, we got that. All right, now we're going to build on that, and then you go on the road. And we started pretty well doing the same kind of things at North Carolina, but we ran into a team that was very composed in the fourth quarter, and we became a team that just literally lost our composure in the fourth. So 3 quarters of a great road basketball game, down two going into the fourth, up two at half. I mean, just one of those deals. And the fourth quarter just incredibly got away from us. Our scoring woes, I mean, it would help, of course, we say, we're missing Beatrice. Of course we are. It would help to get an offensive rebound putback. I mean, that makes your offenses look a lot better when in the moment when you're on five empties in a row, six empties in a row. We have been a team that will get that offensive rebound putback and feel better about ourselves, even though the offense still wasn't that great. So we're missing that for sure. We're missing a go-to paint presence in that moment. But we got to get it from someone else. And Brianna Jackson and Sydney Roby did a serviceable job for us. Destiny Harden is doing everything we asked from her. Micaiah Gray with her 1,000th point, great performance. So we got some stuff out of that, but it was a familiar, fourth quarter, just like at Georgia Tech. So the two ACC road games that we've had so far, we've been in great shape going into the fourth and haven't been able to pull it off. So we got to work on a lot in the next 2 days because we got another road game coming up.
Beatrice, what's the latest on her?
We keep it is 100% a matter of being symptomatic or not. So the minute she's pain free and can do some exercises, she's free. There's not a specific timetable. So when we say day to day, I mean it's been longer than I expected it to be already. So we've got to be getting close.
Are you guys getting more used to playing without her? Like
Yeah, we are. We had MJ back, but boy, she wasn't back 100%, but she was doing her best for us. She didn't do anything wrong. It just didn't seem like we were trying to battle on the glass. And just gosh, when you're not 100%, you're in the scrum there. It's a little bit harder to grab the ball and stuff. So, but I think MJ will be full, so that'll really help us. And then Destiny's just been a great story. I mean, just an incredible story. I think it's the shifts in positions has India Banks has not been as comfortable playing out of position to try to service us, but that's what you got to do when you're a captain. You got to move a position over and help us out. So she basically went from point guard to power forward. She sort of skips the 2 and the 3 now in games. And Micaiah Gray is having to play more point, and but she's more of a finisher. She's actually more of a 2. But that makes Micaiah's brain have to work a lot harder on the rest of the team. So everybody's still a little bit uncomfortable, but it worked against Syracuse, and in fact, I thought we played extremely well with that formula. So Notre Dame's going to be a different challenge. We are very small right now. I mean, we are very, very small, and it's not so much just the size at the basket. It's more the size in the middle of the court if someone's doing a half-court trap or a three-quarter court press, and you need to throw over the top of it. And, Micaiah trying to throw to Kelsey, trying to throw to Taylor, trying to throw to India, that's 5'8", 5'9" the whole way when we're playing 6'2s and 6'4s, and that caused some of the problems last night too.
You mentioned Micaiah, and she scored her 1,000th point recently.
Yeah.
She's meant to the program in overtime, not just recently, but
Well, it's funny because before the game I said to Beatrice, Mikey needs 6, and she goes, for what? And I said, 1,000. And B's like, that's fast. And I thought, well, is it really? And then, it is. And Micaiah's been the most resilient. She's overcome a lot, even just getting her here, getting her. We had a lot of issues with her in terms of, just long-term stuff, and started getting her here, making sure she was good to compete and play. And I couldn't be more proud of. She just never gives up. She's just got such heart. And her 1,000th point, it was good because it was on a free throw, so we had time to celebrate it. I hated that it was on the road, but we'll celebrate her when we get back home.
Pretty unusual to see Notre Dame without a number next to their name.
Right.
Just doesn't you still don't overlook them, obviously. Like does it kind of make
God,
you
no.
feel like you still
No.
know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, no. This is they are obviously so well coached, a very organized team. They're playing a lot better as of late, and now they've just lost games in the fourth quarter. Like they've been winning. They were beating Duke. They were beating Syracuse before they lost in overtime. So this is a very scary. I mean, it's at Notre Dame, and they're coming into their own. So it's all about who you play, where you play them, and when you play them. And this win time, this would be a great win if we can grab it. And but it's not one that you pencil in by any stretch of the imagination. No way, not at Notre Dame. Yep.
Beatrice's role right now when she's out? What is
Yeah, I've been trying to keep her in it mentally. I think it's really hard because it wasn't like we got a hard time frame. Said, okay, this is your target date. Like you're back here. I mean, and so it's been so kind of unknown, and that's never easy. An injured athlete, it's never easy to just what's my timetable. So I've been giving her homework like within practice. I'm like, oh, at the end of practice, I want you to show me the 4 sets that are going to work with this type of a defensive alignment and stuff, just keeping her active on the sideline. I know she spoke up in the locker room after the game as like an older player because it really was a lack of composure, and it really was just hard to see, some of the decisions we were making, and I know she was trying to coach them up through that. So, we need to get her back in the fold, but we also need to play better when she's not here. I mean, she's not here. There's nothing to say.
What'd you tell players in that?
I wasn't in there, but I do know that she was coaching them up in terms of, that's not the time to take quick shots and that kind of thing. So, I was proud to hear that she spoke up at least. It's her team still. She's got to stay involved and stay a part of it. So.
You mentioned India and Meier like having to take on bigger roles.
Yeah.
Shifting positions, and with Beatrice out, what has the leadership been like on the court?
Well, we're struggling in the leadership area. We just are, and that doesn't take a genius to see it. I think a Kelsey Marshall is probably the most vocal, probably the one who's trying to take care of everybody. So Kelsey has had on our road games, she's not shot it well. But she's trying to stay in it, so for Kelsey, that's a completely new role. She got to just kind of be Kelsey and, get served a little bit and then hit big shots for us, but she didn't have to come up with the strategy and the plan and make sure, reminding everybody of the scout and all these things that are required with this team. I mean, it's required. So our communication has got to, from our junior class, it has got to triple for us to be successful. And right now, I think they're a little bit like, well, it's affecting my game. And I was like, yeah, it is, but unless we want the freshman class to just leapfrog them and them start making all the communication decisions on the court, which if that happens, that'd be great too. But our communication has got to improve. There's no question. And it needs to be a lot more helpful and positive than it was yesterday.
Players having to step up in different roles. Beatrice out. Does that kind of also provide, in a weird way, a little bit of a positive?
Right, yeah. I mean, come on now. Like, that's not a burden. Like, sorry, but, like, if you're a big-time ball player and your role is increased, who are we feeling sorry for? I don't believe it. I'm like, okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, I'll play the power forward. Okay, I'll play the point guard. Like, that's the mentality we gotta shift towards. And that has to happen right now.
Any other questions?
Thanks. Good questions, y'all. Very good questions.